Hi, I am Harika. Today I would like to talk about operating systems in smartphones. Uh, I would like to start an introduction about the smartphones. Nowadays, technology plays a vital role in people's lives. People use technology everywhere in work, education, social life, financial matters, etc. One of the biggest technological advancement is smartphone technologies, which have brought a huge impact in people's lives. People around the globe get connected using these smartphones through calls, texts, email, and other services like looking up for information using the internet. Smartphones have made the people's lives easier, are prevented from redoing many things like doing the calendar manually, and information notes, and the usage of social media has increased day by day using the smartphones. I would like to discuss about the historical perspective of the smartphones and the operating systems used in smartphones. um, an operating system is not made in a day. It took many years for the development of information technology and is closely tied to the past and genesis of the operating systems. In 1940s, a succession of micro switches were used to directly insert the programs onto the machine hardware. Some technologies that have enabled a more simpler interaction between the user and the computer first appeared in the 1950s. In 1950s, this resident monitor, a device that reads the programs from punch cards and loads them into the computer, was developed in 1957 for an IBM computer. And a thing like temporary storage. This is used because to speed up the things by loading applications and carrying out duties at the same time. And another task like multi-program. The operating system is in charge if allocating machines resources to carry out tasks in accordance with the current requirements. And other thing is timeshare. It is a mechanism that distributes the use of apps across a team of online users. Um, and next thing is the multiprocessor. Multiprocessor, these are the computer systems that attempt to control the read and writing of the two concurrent programs and make to memory in order to prevent errors. And what is the purpose of this operating system? The purpose of the operating system is to create the mobile system efficient, uh, so that the users to shield the users from the specifications of the hardware resources, to offer people a practical user interface for the mobile system. Some of the goals are like memory administration, device management, processor management, file administration, security, control over how well the system works and how efficient it works, and accounting for jobs, aids for spotting errors. Uh, and coming to the next part, that is the operating system design and implementation. The operating system appropriate design and implementation are also important for any development in order to function well, so that the system works efficiently. Therefore, design and implementation are the essential parts for the operating system, so that the customer who uses the computer or smartphone can benefit from this method. The operating system is designed and implemented based on the design objectives, mechanism, and the implementation. Let's look one by one about these topics. Design objectives. The design objectives include the some of the topics like the consecutive system. Operating systems must manage several users and devices simultaneously for contemporary architectures, as it is essential, because in the work environment we have many devices working simultaneously. And coming to the next part is the privacy and security. Operating systems are responsible for the system security and privacy. Like when we use a financial transaction, we have multiple step authentication, and for any pages, we have to log in securely by sending the operating system will send a text message to our mobile so that it can identify that's only person using, so that it is secure. And the resource exchange, um, information must be passed from one system to another. The operating system makes sure that the system's resources are properly shared among several users, and if it is restricted to only certain people, then it will share the information to only that group of people, and it will not give access to some other people, so that it will be secure. Hardware and software changes. Operating systems shouldn't be out of date and should be flexible enough to accept any changes to the system's hardware and software. And there is another thing called reverse engineering. The compatibility of the present operating system with the machine cannot be hampered by any upgrade. Therefore, if the current operating system's older or upgraded version is consistent and accurate, then the latest or upgraded version should be compatible. And coming to the next, that is mechanism. When an operating system duty is carried out, we adhere to a specific method for input, storage, processing, and output. Using this process, we may allocate memory to many tasks carried out by the computer. Users and applications are given the services by the operating system, like file system manipulation, application execution, input output operations, resource allocation, and protection. The activities of the operating system are as follows: installs an application in a memory, run the software, control how the program runs, provides a method for synchronizing process, offers a method for communication between processes, provide a method for handling deadlocks. Um, as it is a combination of numerous applications created by numerous others over a lengthy period of time, the operating system must be implemented once it has been built. The process implementation is crucial for the operating system. And now we will discuss about the subcomponents of operating system. There are what are the parts, subcomponents. What I meant to say is how this operating system is managed and how the ongoing process are going. We would like to discuss about this. Um, First one is the managing files. If a file is a group of linked data which must be specified by its maker, it typically uses resources and object representation to represent data and programs. Next is the process control. Process control, we know already that many processes run simultaneously and how they are controlled, because sometimes while accessing the many files, some of the data gets corrupted, so that some data may be added or deleted. We should control that. And sometimes the power issues will be there, so automatically the data will be lost, and if the data will be restored or not. The process of synchronization and the dialogue processes, these are all about the process management. And the device input output management, the device input output management, uh, it is basically managing the input and output of the operating system. It provides a mechanism of buffer caching. It offers basic device driver code. It offers drivers for specific hardware gadgets. Input output enables you to understand the unique characteristics of a given device. Okay, coming to the next slide. And the network administration is the practice of overseeing and controlling administration or network management. It is the practice of overseeing and controlling the computer networks, accessing shared resources that boost calculation speed or provide data stability, and the performance is beneficial. Next is the memory management. Memory management Memory management aids in maintaining the primary, secondary memory. establishes which portion are being used by whom, as well as which portions are not used. In a system with the multiple programs, the OS decides which process will receive memory, which will not, and how much of it, and it also releases the storage when the process is finished. The secondary storage, the execution of the program is a computer system's most crucial duty. During execution, these applications assist you in accessing the data that is stored in the main memory. Up until then, they are loaded into memory programs like assemblers and compilers and are saved on the disk. That is about memory management. And coming to the next slide, the execution of programs is a computer system's most crucial duty. So the management of the memory is also a main concern. Next, coming to the security administration. Security, by listening to this word, we get a basic idea like our files or data should not be accessed by anyone. Various approaches can be used to achieve this goal by ensuring processes that wish to use files, memory, CPUs, as well as other hardware resources. To do with the required operating system authorization. This authorization is the most crucial part in security administration. Next, categories of mobile operating system. It's like on the basis of current operating systems utilized by various computers, the multi-user operating systems can be categorized like a real-time operating system, system for single task, single user operations, operation system for a single user and multitask, operating system for many users. In RTOS, the system responds instantly and puts and produces results swiftly at the same time. These are the systems typically utilized in small scientific instruments and other devices when storage and resources are limited. Coming to single system for single task, single user operations. These systems enable a user to control multiple processes at once. Single user can operate this one. In contrast, real-time operating system, these systems offer user interaction. Okay. Next, operating system for a single user and multiple tasks. These operating systems offer the ability to run multiple programs or processes simultaneously, such as word processing, scanning, and monitoring, etc. Operating system for many users. These operating systems enables one or more users to operate simultaneously. Numerous concurrent users are allowed by several OS. And now coming to the mobile operating systems, the operating system which we use in the smartphones. In the smartphones, we have seen several OS like Symbian OS, Apple iOS, iOS for iPhone, OS for BlackBerry, OS for Windows Phone. These are some of the examples. In the Symbian OS, the major language, programming language used is C++. The Nokia smartphones, the basic smartphones used were based on this Symbian OS. It is often it often includes a source editor, compiler, interpreter, and debugger. Next, coming to Apple iOS. This is the most common phone we see. And Java is the official supported language for Android as its native tongue. Applications for the Android OS can also be developed in other languages, but they must be first translated into ARM native code. That's about Apple iOS. Next is about iOS for iPhone. Apple offers pricey and powerful operating system with C language as its primary language. The iPad, iPhone, iPod, these are all running on this iOS for iPhone. Next is OS for BlackBerry. BlackBerry provides an operating system that was created by them for its handsets. Multitasking and compatibility for specialized devices like trackballs, touch screens, trackers, and trackpads, among others, are this operating system's key draws. OS for Windows Phone. Windows Phone is also the uh, uh, um, most common seen mobile smartphone, and Microsoft created the Windows mobiles operating system and mobile phones and other gadgets. uh, we know that Windows has Windows 7, 8, and versions like 10, 11, etc. It was created in C++ and is based on the Windows CE 5.2 kernel. In addition to these operating systems, there are few other that have either just been released or less well known today. Coming to the next part is the advantages of smartphones. As we know that these are handy and easy to use, and the information we share using the smartphones has become more easier with the advancing technology and safety. Almost for our daily financial transactions or our information which we share are also safely maintained by these operating systems of the smartphones, because they are bit to bit encrypted. And the resource sharing, this I have mentioned earlier, the ability to share capabilities with other users, we can, for example, I'm telling about WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, we can share documents and pictures, audio recordings, or videos, anything. As such, we can use through the mail also. And coming to another advantage is multitasking. Users can carry out multiple tasks at once using the operating system. One window does not need to be closed in order to open another task. Next is the drawbacks. There are some drawbacks using smartphones, like a typical user cannot comprehend this language sometimes, and the fragmentation. Storage memory can be fragmented during uh, several processes, and there is a chance of virus attacks or being hacked. Uh, there are some risks about using smartphones also. Next, the topic is about a future trend of operating systems for smartphones. Uh, as we all know, the future trend, today's technologies are evolving very rapidly. To enhance the performance and maintain market share among the rivals, the IT giants are researching and developing their upcoming products. Most of the current available operating systems, such as Android by Google and iOS by Apple, have been matured and successful in terms of graphics, performance, and security. A few current initiatives are being worked on by the tech companies in an effort to keep with the rapidly shifting industry, just like they did with the Android and iOS. Um, I would like to tell about the uh, some future trends, like Fuchsia. A new Google operating system is called Fuchsia. The fundamental idea behind this operating system is to provide a robust ecosystem for an improved user experience. Next one is the um, Akka Harmony OS, Hongmeng OS. Since 2012, Huawei has been working on the Harmony OS project, which is also a open source. This is created for desktops, mobile devices, and other embedded systems, and is based on a micro-based kernel-based operating system. Next is the Mac OS. For its devices, Apple provides a number of Mac OS variations, um, including iOS, Watch OS, and TV OS. The features are upgraded rapidly and continuously. The features above come from the Mac OS, since, as I have said, it provides a superior user experience. And the smartphones are the uh, evolving and most rapidly and most popularly used gadgets these days, and our life is most dependent on these smartphones. So I'm happy for being a part of this research paper, and I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity.